Do you want to see how this house went from fixer to fabulous? Check it out on this episode of Project Sold.
Welcome to the finale of the Waterloo project. We're always super excited when we get to showcase a home for sale that has undergone extensive improvements and renovations and basically looks like a completely different home from when we started. This particular project here has been about 4 months in the making. The owner of the property purchased it as a fixer-upper in the fall, and again, it has undergone a lot of both structural and cosmetic updates. David, why don't you tell us what happened?
Yeah, before we started anything on the interior, let's get outside and I'll tell you what we did out there. First and foremost, this house needed a nice, clean, fresh coat of paint. But prior to putting the paint on the walls, you gotta fix that dry rot. But that's somewhat easy considering what they found at the foundation. About 15 to 20 feet of the exterior foundation wall was crumbling and cracked. So all of that needed repairs to make this house stable again. And then surprise, surprise, near the end of the renovation, the owner found a leak in the main water line. So that was a last minute fix that also needed to be took place. So lots of work was done just on the exterior before anything was touched on the interior. Let's go check out what we did there.
So a fun fact about this house is it was built in 1923, making it 99 years old. And something that was important to us was really to maintain the charm and the character of this old home. The homeowner was actually considering replacing the door casing and the baseboards with new product. We felt that we should keep the original. It's so cute and unique. Just sand it and paint it, which would not only be a cost savings, but again, achieve the goal of maintaining the charm of this old house.
Yeah, and right behind me here is also some really cool built-in bookcases on either side of the family room, along with these old original pillars, definitely adding to the character of the home. But with the home of this age, those are great bonuses, but also with the home of this age, there's some negative things as well. A lot of times that can be found in the old plumbing and electrical systems. So those were also upgraded. There's a lot of plumbing that was done underneath the house. The stuff you don't see here was updated, and this house was completely rewired on the inside with all new Romex wiring and cabling. So this was an extensive remodel. But now let's look at the finishing touches. Let's start off in the kitchen. Okay, so one of the spaces that needed the most help was here in the kitchen. If you recall looking at the photos before in the video, we had the water heater actually in the kitchen in a closet here, which made no sense at all. And then in front of that, in this location, was the stove and oven. So if you ever needed to get to the water heater for whatever reason, you had to somehow disconnect it and move it over, so it made no sense at all. So one of the major improvements was relocating the water heater to the laundry room in the back. This freed up that space to have a little pantry cabinet, which made a lot of sense. And then looking back at the previous videos, there was a whole wall here that was completely closed off, making this kitchen feel really small. It's not a big space to begin with, but opening that up really made a huge improvement. So lots of formatting and remodeling of the space here. Julie, why don't you talk about what was done here in the kitchen now?
Yeah, so that was a pretty big undertaking again, once it was reformatted and made to be more functional, more open, and just overall more attractive. Yeah. Then all the new products and finishes got to go in. We have some beautiful quartz countertops, brand new cabinetry and hardware, a brand new gas stove. I mean, literally everything in here is new. Yeah. Sink, faucet, light fixture. So again, what we ended up with is a really bright space, a much more attractive and functional kitchen. And of course, as David previously mentioned, the plumbing and electrical was all updated too. Now this house is 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and it's 768 square feet. So it's an old home, it's a small home, but it's super cute, and we did have it repainted completely throughout the interior and new flooring throughout. It made sense to do waterproof vinyl plank flooring all throughout the house, again for a seamless feel, and it turned out really great.
The last space in the house that needed a ton of work was this bathroom here. It's the only bathroom in the house, and it's a Jack and Jill bathroom, which means it's connected to both bedrooms. But that bathroom, in all honesty, was just a complete disaster. So the owners started fresh. They gutted everything out, the tub, the shower, toilet, vanity, faucet, you name it. They found that the plumbing underneath also needed to be replaced. So it was a pretty extensive remodel in the bathroom when you added in the plumbing and some subfloor. But what's there now is completely beautiful and functional and looks fantastic, and it's ready for that new homeowner.
So once all the improvements were completed and the marketing efforts were done, this home was put on the market. It was quite popular. We actually received a total of 10 offers. The house is now pending. It's in contract for an amount well over the asking price.
Now, prior to all the extensive work and remodeling here, this house was probably valued around $80,000, maybe $90,000. This house, as you know, needed a ton of work. But once it was all done, we listed the house on the market for $249,000. So we should have pretty good results when this house is finally sold.
Yeah, and we're excited for that day to come. When we assist homeowners in getting their homes for sale, sometimes we're involved in really extensive projects such as this one. This is the biggest one we've had in a while. Other times we're giving guidance on just minor improvements, some cosmetic upgrades to really make the house sparkle for sale. So if you're a homeowner and you're considering selling your home sometime this year or in the future, we would be happy to connect with you and strategize with you to discuss options to maximize the sales price of your home.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Project Sold. We are putting out weekly videos, so if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button right down below. We'd really appreciate it, and you would continue to see all of our real estate content here in Stockton and beyond. Thanks so much for watching.